My dearest ladies and gentlemen from around the world, my name is Dr. Tough now. That's right, no longer using my real name because I finally realised that this is the internet. And, yeah, not that I'm in any position whereby I have such a massive viewership that they may, sort of target me. But I thought it would be safe for all just to go by a username instead of a real name. So yes, my name is Dr. Tuffnar. Just Tuffnar. Tuffnar is fine if you want to call me that. No need to be overly formal, Wishing you all a very happy new year. And we're going to play some fucking Isaac, the first one of 2016. I think we got to knock Blue Baby off. So we'll do that, basically. Hoping you've all had a really nice new year. And a good Christmas as well, because I haven't made a video apart from the Game of the Year list, which I hope you all enjoyed. I've had some really nice feedback, and I think the first thing I'd like to say is that thank you all for subscribing and stuff. I mean, I'm sure the vast majority of people who have subscribed aren't watching this now, but regardless, I'd like to thank everyone who is and isn't. 30 subscribers or whatever are on now is let me just turn this down a bit. It's a big deal, and it really is. Like, it wouldn't matter to me whether we had 5 or 100, really. The fact that we've got some is proof positive that people feel, seem to enjoy the content enough to subscribe. 10% or 90%, sorry, probably do it out of pity. But still, there's probably a small percentage of people who actually enjoy it. That's a great pill. I'm glad that's in the rotation. So yeah, thank you all very, very, very much for just showing your support. It's a really big deal, and yeah. So yeah, New Year's. I didn't do anything for New Year's. Well, say that I went out for a very brief period, and then I came back because I was like, I can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered with New Year's. To be honest with you, I just have no real interest in it anymore. And even when I was younger, I don't think I had that much of an interest in it, if I'm being totally honest. I don't drink now, and I barely drank when I was younger. We'll leave the battery there, just in case we do pick up a spacebar item. And I have even less interest as a result now, the fact that I don't drink, so... So I just stayed and played Far Cry 4 for the majority of the time, and went to bed at like 12:30, drinking posh Fentimans Coke. It was quite nice actually. It was it just felt like a normal day, and I think, and I'm not having to go at people who go out and have a good time. That's totally fine. If you enjoy it, that's fair enough. But I cannot be bothered to stand at a bar for 2 hours to just get a drink and then have it spill all over me on my way back to the seats. It's not how I roll. Nice easy fight here with, I think it's a champion Monstro. I think it is. He's grey. He's greyer, and I think he's larger as well. He seems to be slightly tankier, but that's fine. It's an easy enough fight. And I hope you've all had a nice Christmases as well. I did actually record a video prior to this, just more by Isaac. It was actually, I think it was Christmas Day. No, it was Boxing Day. Stay away from that. But it was just like, I just didn't get round to just sort of editing it and throwing it together, because the easiest part is recording it. And even though it doesn't take very long at all to throw we might as well go to the curse room now to throw these videos together. I just didn't have the time at all. I was playing video games and eating lots of chocolate. 2 red chests. This could be good or terrible. It wasn't awful. Save the flies. Come on with me. There we go. Make the most of it at the very least. What else have I done over the Christmas period which is worth talking about? I went to see Star Wars the Wednesday before Christmas Day. And, look, my New Year's resolution is to be less cynical. Even though I think a lot of people misinterpret my cynicism. When in fact I think personally, and I know this doesn't really count for anything because, it's just me sort of trying to reason with it. But I consider it to be more over-analysis, like a problem generally with that. But regardless, I didn't really like it. I thought it was fun, but I just don't think it had any real identity. A lot of people have said that it's just the safest movie ever, and I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that it was safe necessarily. I mean, it's just a Hollywood blockbuster at the end of the day. I mean, to a degree, I suppose they were all safe, but it did some interesting things. And let's talk about the things I really enjoyed about it. First of all, the visuals and the sound design were absolutely fucking fantastic. It was just amazing to watch and to look at. We still haven't got any keys, which is a bit of a problem. And I take to say that that's pretty much all I liked about it. I'm going to talk, not massive spoilers, but basically, if you don't want to know anything about it at all, like literally this is very minor. But that's lucky. and we might as well blow this up. There's basically a lightsaber fight at the end, and it is fantastic. It's not particularly long, and I think a lot of people have a problem with that in and of itself. But it was long enough, I suppose. I could have done with more, but I suppose it's the first one, and they're just sort of cranking up the hype for the second and third. And I thought the sound design and the visual design of the lightsabers and the choreography of it was just fantastic. We have got a key now, actually, so we should go back to our item room. Absolutely amazing, just fucking brilliant to look at. We'll get this chest as well. Things I didn't like about it: I didn't like the characters. Ooh, I don't know what that does. So I still don't know what that does, actually. Not terrible. I thought the characters were very weak. The only real one I liked, the only one I really liked was Finn. I think the actress who plays Rey is quite poor, if I'm honest. Then again, she might grow into the part. I know she's not the most experienced of actresses, I should say. Whereas John Boyega, is that his name? The guy who played Finn? I thought he was very good. Secondly is I don't appreciate villains. It's a problem I have with a lot of the Marvel movies, is that all the villains are made out to be comedic in some way. I think that robs villains of all. I always think villains should be dark, always. That's the purpose of a villain. It should be dark and it should be daunting, and that's a natural antagonist for me. And the fact that he had a few jokey moments, I just didn't think fit very well at all. PJ's is great. Please be a good deal. Spirit of the Night for 3 spirit hearts. Does this give you spectral tears? I think it does. I think it might be worth it, so we're going to get it anyway, just to keep precedent as well. We do get spectral tears, and there's also a tinted rock here that I missed. I will check the other. Why not? Oh, it was worth it, 100%. Even if we can't get items for the next fucking 2 floors now. Destroy the poo as well. What else wasn't I a big fan of? Starkiller, I thought was just a wasted opportunity. But the thing with the Death Star is, I've never been, I think I should probably establish that, I've never been the biggest fan of Star Wars. I was a big fan as a kid. Some of the first movies I ever owned on VHS. Oh, Jesus. Come on, concentrate a little bit. I remember watching A New Hope, as it's now called, when I was very, very young, and just watching it over and over again and just really loving it. But it didn't really carry over for me into my adult life like it has for so many other people. We might as well do it in here as well to see if we can get a key out of it. I'm not sure what that trinket does. I'm trying to remember where I was. Yes, I wasn't the biggest fan as a kid. A lot of fans I've talked to are just happy that Star Wars is back around, and that's totally fine. But I don't think that should necessarily impact your judgment of the film. I don't think you should say it's a flawless movie just because you're glad that it's back. Because it does have flaws. I think even the people who really enjoy it would admit that. And I think you'd be wrong. Oh, another tears up. Fantastic. I don't think you'd be right in saying that it was perfect. Very few. I can't think of a single movie that's perfect, actually. Maybe Eraserhead, but that's for totally weird and abstract reasons. The secret room probably is here, right? No? Oh, fucking hell, okay. Where did that money come from? Was it a pot? Must have been a pot. We'll go to the shop as well, actually, since we've got 15 coins. Pardon me. We'll get Nun's Habit, even though we don't really have a good spacebar item. And yeah, I did enjoy it. But in the same way I enjoyed Age of Ultron and all the other Marvel movies. I'm going to sound very tinfoil hatty for a moment. I don't want this to sound as ridiculously cynical as it's going to come across, but I felt a bit like it was a movie made by committee. But I feel very much now that's how I view the old Star Wars movies, even though it was less of a case back then of movies being made by committee, But I don't necessarily think that's always a bad thing. There's a lot of good movies. I like John Wick is one of my favourite movies of the year, and that's very much a case of a movie made by committee. It's just, it's just an action fuckfest. But the action was equally as good in Star Wars. You cannot deny the visual spectacle of it. You just can't. It's fantastic. We have to remember we can fly now as well, so we can access items that we may not have been able to access previously. One hitting spiders, that's a good sign. It's looking like a good run so far, actually. A good start, I think, to the new year in terms of Isaac content, which I am hoping to continue because I do really enjoy making these videos and I really love Isaac. Something I am going to say is that I'm not going to play any more Beyond Two Souls. I may have mentioned that in a previous video, but I can't remember. I just cannot be bothered with that game. I don't like playing it. I knew that I wasn't going to like playing it initially. If I had any bombs, it might be worth blowing up some of these mushrooms. I have to remember this room, as well as the fact that we haven't been to our item room. Where was I? Oh yes, Beyond Two Souls. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to play any more of that. I cannot be bothered with it. It's too much of it's too much of an ask, really. It's the only game that I can honestly say that I really hate. I think a lot of you probably already knew that, who perhaps watched it previously. I detest it. It makes me depressed. The thing is, I know he's capable of making a good game. That was close. Oh, I pressed the spacebar item over the space, so it didn't spawn a poo, which is a shame. So yeah, I'm gonna look for another game that I can perhaps do a playthrough with. Immediately, nothing springs to mind. Nothing too epic, or I want something fairly linear, and something I preferably haven't played before necessarily. So there's that element of surprise, and something that it's not so blatantly obvious that not everybody's going to have done a playthrough of it. This Temperance is saving me a lot of hearts here. We still need a key. And we've been to all the rooms. We haven't got any bombs either. We may have to do the challenge room just to see if we can get a key out of the chest, which isn't impossible. I can imagine the secret room is... Oh, we get a free deal with a devil item, though, which is pretty good. Provided I don't get hit too much, because if we take... Ugh, fucking fallen, scaring the shit out of me. But as I said, I won't be too fussed if we don't get a great item, because we're doing okay damage at the moment, and we have... oh, shit. We have a decent... no deal with the devil, that's disappointing. I can't remember what I was going to say. Is there a card in here? Did I pick up a card? It has a battery. Yeah, we're going to have to do this just to... it's not the worst trinket. There's certainly worse ones. Now, come on, pop your little head up. There's a good lad. Two-shotting those guys, which is nice. Ooh. I wouldn't say it's a one run yet, but it's not a bad run by any means. We've got the tears ups we wanted. We've got a good pill in the rotation. We have to keep an eye out. I think it was white with a little bit of grey on top. And that should be it. Yes, there we are. And there's our key. Excellent. So we go to our item room and then we can leave the floor. Probably worth picking up these batteries and just... Oh, well, actually, no, not yet, actually, because we haven't been to our item room. We could have a good spacebar item. Of course, the problem with Blue Baby is that you can't get red hearts. That's not worth it. I hate Bob's Brain. I don't think that's worth it either. Let's see what else we can get. Although, that's good enough. I'll take that. So yeah, what did I really do this week that's worth talking about? I've started buying Blu-rays again. Partly because I think Blu-rays are at the stage now where they get cheap relatively quickly. Like I have a massive DVD collection. Like I have surrounding two walls. I have a wall-to-wall shelf on the two walls, which is just full of DVDs. And to be honest with you, I don't think I've got one down for about 6 months or so. Not because they're all I'm flipping all of them off, but because I watch everything digitally now. Oh shit, I forgot those could get through the rocks. I was standing there thinking I was safe, and I wasn't. Puts me in a very bad position, because I only have, a heart and a half left, which sucks. Sack there. Oh, that's not good. Please give me a magic mush or something. No, that is a tears up, though, as far as I know. Yep, that is a tears up. That's fantastic. I prefer those to health ups, if I'm honest. I just think they're fantastic. What was I saying? And yeah, like Blu-rays are at the stage now where I think they're... I might as well see what this is. Look up as well, Jesus. And yeah, so I bought The Hunt, which is if you're not aware, is the new David Attenborough BBC documentary. I own all of them, and they're all fantastic. But The Hunt now, I think, is probably the best programme I've ever seen. Certainly the best nature programme I've ever seen. Like, some of the shots they've managed to get are absolutely fantastic. Like, I'm leaving the map up here and I shouldn't be. Genuinely fantastic. Can we go over the tops of these? We can. Excellent. We got bombs here. We need a key though, that's what we need more so than anything else. Item room might be between those two rooms there, but I wouldn't put my money on it. There's a key. That's what we're looking for. And yeah. Oh, Capricorn. Fucking yes. What else have I got? Let me have a look now. See what I've got. Got the Twin Peaks box set. Bought that for myself over Christmas. I thought, you know what? I'm going to treat myself here. It was either that or like 5 Blu-rays for 30 quid. So I was like, you know what? I value Twin Peaks more. I want to get the Twin Peaks box set. It's the proper box set. It comes with all the additional stuff and Fire Walk With Me. Which is, you know, I haven't seen before actually. So I'm really looking forward to watching that. It's just, like, I love Twin Peaks to death. I love it, as I've exclaimed many times in these videos. But I have to be in a very specific mood to watch it because it creeps me the fuck out. It really does, I ain't gonna lie. It really creeps me out, and that's one of the reasons why I love it so much. But it's just so sort of, makes my skin crawl sometimes. But it's also hugely entertaining. You know, those two aren't mutually exclusive. Wait, no. Those two, wait, you know what I mean. Why did I go in here? Don't ask me why I went in here. I came in here so I could buy a Spirit Heart, obviously. God, why are you judging me, you cunts? What else have I got? I've got Wild at Heart. I bought that. I bought Blue Velvet as well. I bought Lost Highway. All David Lynch films. I thought I'd try and get as many of his as I possibly could before I had to start saving money again. What else did I buy? I've had a couple of you know, more notable entries. I think I've got Philomena, Jurassic Park, The Prestige, Her, With Nail and I, obviously, because you should own. I think I do own that on every format: VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. Because it's just one of the best movies ever made, isn't it? Really. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? What are you playing at? Have I been into our item room? I have. I got Capricorn. So we're just going to go straight into the boss room here and let's do this. There wasn't a curse room here, was there? No, there wasn't. Okay, let's go straight on then. Nice easy boss. Well, you know, relatively easy boss. This is where I get hit 6 times. No, and no deal with the devil either. That's a little bit of a shame, but no problem. At least we got health up from it. That's okay. Ever so sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I did not mean to use that. I did not mean to use that. My fingers placed their selves on the keyboard. I don't know how to phrase that. Placed themselves onto the keyboard, and I just hit Q straight away. So I'm a fool. I don't even know why I'm going back through here. I should just go straight down to the next floor. Probably worth looking for the secret room, but probably save the bombs. Like I say, we're in a decent position, so we don't really need that much of an advantage. That could be given to us via a secret room. Now the game gets a little bit harder, and I would like a little bit more damage, perhaps, just a little bit more damage. But I don't think this run is garbage yet. Let's see what's in here. We have to do this, right? We have to do. Ooh, interesting. Of course, it's the Grampus tax, because why wouldn't it be? Oh shit! At least he didn't do that twisty thing where he usually hits me twice. Remember, we can hide behind here. Lump of coal. It's better than the shit. In fact, I'm going to be a real min-maxer here. Oh, how did that not hit me? That was incredible. Jeez, come on, hurry up. There we go. 2 Spirit Hearts. I think it's probably worth opening the last one. And it kind of was, I guess. It might get rid of this wave for me, or at least make it sizably easier. We're not at the stage where these rooms are totally unmanageable yet with the setup we currently have. And yeah, I genuinely had a really good Christmas. I had a week and a half off, so it was always going to be, you know, pretty good. But yeah, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm not really looking forward to Christmas, but you always end up enjoying it, or at least I do. Usually just raw cynicism that it forces me to think, oh, maybe I won't enjoy it as much this year. It doesn't really feel quite as Christmassy. But I enjoy having the time off. I enjoy spending it with the family and the friends and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty good. And I got some really nice stuff as well. My girlfriend always, I find it really difficult to buy people Christmas presents and stuff. My girlfriend's just fantastic at it, and so's my mum. Maybe it's a female thing. Because every male I know just is clueless as to what to get his or her female for Christmas. But they always seem to just ace it every time. My girlfriend certainly does. Like, she's just fantastic at getting me. Like, she just gets me these bags and boxes of things. Like, I've only been with her for the past 9 or so months. So it hasn't been like, maybe it's not a case that it's going to be like that all the time. But she never gets me, and I don't want this to sound bad, but she never gets me anything like totally, massively, awesomely significant. And I prefer it that way. I totally do prefer it that way, because it's always stuff that I'm not expecting. Like I said to her, should we set a limit as to what we should get each other? Let's see what this is. Speak down, the first negative pill we've had. And she was like, no, let's just get each other whatever. I've pretty much got you everything now anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I was like, okay, fair enough. And with people, I always ask them what they want. It just defaults to that because I have no idea what to get people, no idea. And my mum and my girlfriend are just like, they don't need to ask because either they'll remember stuff that I've said, oh, that looks nice, oh, that looks pretty cool, I might want that. I was able to search for the secret room and I was correct, and it wasn't really worth it. We could play this, but I don't think it's that worth it. Let's blow them both up. I don't know what that is, but it can't be much better than what we've got. Is it just like Mum's wig? We'll take it. I suppose we do more DPS with the whoosh worm. That is my phone. I apologise. I should put that into my pocket so you cannot hear it brub in the future. Brub? Vibrate. That's the correct word there. So yeah, like my mum and my girlfriend, like they just got me all these things that were just like I didn't know I wanted, but I was so happy to have after I got them. My girlfriend for my birthday, she got me like again this box of stuff, and one of the gifts in there was like this collection of awesome tea, like this Sherlock based tea, and it's like that would never occur to me, to get something that interesting or that sort of awesome. For her, because me and her are big tea drinkers. As weird as that sounds, actually, it doesn't sound very weird because we're British. And yeah, she just got me this awesome tea, and like she just always defaults to these great options. Like it's fantastic. And it's the same with my mum. Like my mum asked me this year, like, what do you want? Like, because my mum and dad, ever since I was a kid, they've never really been one for giving me pocket money. They've always helped me out in money situations, and I never want to say, we might as well use this here. I'd never want to say that they wouldn't, but it's always been a case of like, okay, like, don't necessarily get pocket money, but they've always spoilt me and my brother rotten. We've already been in here, of course. We see if we can get 15 coins for the shop. Actually, we can, and we have, which is fantastic. But they've always gotten us really, really cool Christmas presents and birthday presents and such. Of course, it's greed. The greed tax must be paid. BBF would probably be pretty good at this stage, and a soul heart. Thank you very much, greed. And yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, to be honest with you. It's just an interesting anecdote I thought that we could talk about. And yes, yeah, and if I want that, and I'm going to try and do that from now on. I'm not going to ask people necessarily what they want, unless my girlfriend specifically comes up to me and says, look, I really want you to get me this year. This is something I really want. Then I'm not going to bother asking, because we probably should do this. Oh God, that was the worst. That was one of the worst fucking curse rooms I've ever had. Not curse room, sorry, boss room. You know what I mean? Mob trap rooms. There we go. So let's deal with Loki here. Thankfully, we are. It's more down to our tier rate as opposed to our damage, I think, and the fact that we've got good familiars, and Mum's wig actually. So we're doing okay here. My dodging is actually up to scratch for once, which is pretty good. Not the best, obviously, but better than what I usually throw out. Throw out. Ooh, that's bad damage there. I shouldn't have jinxed it. Any more? No, that's it, I think. I need to use Krampus's head then by default because I just saw it proc. I don't know why. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do in the future for people. Just sort of like try and surprise them. And I am at that age now where like buying stuff for people is more of a reward than getting stuff. Jesus Christ, we might as well bomb these and see if we can get something out of it. One spirit heart would have been fine. Get rid of these as fast as possible. So how does Mum's wig work? Anyway, yeah, on with the point. Let's get rid of these quick as pass. Yeah, like I like. It's just sort of like when you're a kid, it's like even when you're a teenager, really, it's like that excitement's still there, and you're just sort of like really looking forward to seeing what you're gonna get. Wait, we haven't been to our item room, have we? No, we should save this key for the item room, or should we? Yes, we should. Let's go in. Wasn't worth it. I think I'm gonna keep Krampus's head if I'm honest. See if we can get another key for the shop because we now have the money to make it viable. And yeah, it's just nice isn't it, to get to that age where giving people stuff is I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but it's true. Like, it's nice to sort of, see what what their reaction's gonna be when they open it up. Even though, as I've said, like usually they know what it is that I've given them. I was a little better this year with it, actually. Like with my mum and dad, it's always guesswork because I always sort of like to surprise them. And this year, me and my brother just put in for things, and we got them like a weekend away and a couple of other things that, you know, not necessarily jokey things, but things they might need or maybe were a little bit jokey. And Christmas isn't really a massive deal in our family. It's certainly like a tradition. Like, you know, I say a tradition. In what sense is it a tradition? I mean, it's tradition. It's a tradition in the sense that it's the same for everybody. I don't know what I mean by that. I hope you understand. I need to stop rambling. Oh, this is great. This is exactly what we needed. Oh god, that was bad. Might as well get this. What's that? The stars. Wait. It's the stars that takes us to the item room. Or is the stars... no, stars is the item room. The sun. Oh no, we've already been here. Classic Newell noob error there. Classic. We'll push on regardless. Wasn't really that important since we're going to be going down to the womb next. Well, presuming so anyway. We may as well look for spirit hearts here. Come on, be kind to us. Not one spirit heart, isn't it like a 50-50 chance? Whatever, let's get this key. We can't leave the mum fight, so we have to go down to the shop now. How are we doing for time? We're way over boss rush, and we wouldn't have been able to utilise it anyway. We would have done it if we did just kept the stars card. We will go in here. We'll play this guy until we get down to 15 cents. Hopefully he'll pay out before then. He didn't, but he gave us a bomb at the very least. Come on, give me your delicious item. Key's good, but you know you want to pay out with that HP up. Oh, God. Well, take it out of the rotation at the very least. Bomb these guys, I suppose. Well, that paid for itself. Bomb this as well. We'll bomb both of them. I didn't see any marked rocks here. Marked rocks, that's the first time I've called them that in a while. Let's go back to our shop, which is right at the bottom, because of course it is. Thankfully we do have the speed, so that this doesn't feel like a massive haul. Of course it's ultra greed. Super greed even. At least we got a chest out of it with 2 bombs, so it wasn't worth the effort. If I'd known this was down here, I wouldn't have bothered. I'm not even going to bother picking up that last coin. Now I have forgotten that I can fly, so as a result I've probably left some items in a few rooms that we might have to get, but I can't be bothered to go back through them all and double check, because there's no point. Secret room is probably here, right? Yeah. We are going to blow the mushrooms up, and just for that hope of magic mush. Nothing there, and we might as well do this one as well. Probably not quite as worth it. Liberty Cap. You know what? Yeah, we'll take Liberty Cap. Why not? It's not a bad trinket. It's pretty good, actually. And we're going to fight Mom. I think it's Mom anyway. Shouldn't be too difficult. We have a Krampus head charge. That was terrible. That was terrible. Take the negative. No deal with the devil, which isn't necessarily the worst, but I've already paid the Krampus tax, so now is the time to get them. But oh well. Still not a doomed run, but I would like some more damage. As I say, we're not doing too bad in terms of damage, but a skeleton key is good. I'd like a guppy item or something. Just some good items. I mean, we've had some good pills, and it's probably worth it, isn't it? It's probably worth it. It wasn't that worth it. Oh fuck, bad damage as well that was. Now, if we have any particular trouble, we can always use Krampus' head. On the next actually, there won't be a next wave, will there? Isaac's Fork, I believe, gives you more red hearts, and as we're Blue Baby, it's totally redundant. Oh, careful. Oh, he spawned one of these, the little cheeky fucker. Okay, I thought we'd get a charge from Thingy, but apparently not. Which is okay, because these aren't as difficult as they look. Monstro is it's a boss from the original Isaac, so I'm very familiar with his patterns. So it's very rare I get hit. We don't want Fork. We will take the Spirit Heart though, and we will take the key as well, even though it's not necessary on this floor, but still we get to take it down with us. Now, the way to do this is simple. Get rid of these guys. Oh, let the spiders just kill them. I mean, my original plan was to stand up here and just have him tread on the spikes, but whatever. have I got any plans for videos in the new year, you ask? Well, funny you should say that. The thing I filmed a lot of footage for back in, it must have been October now, I still haven't done. Like, I still have the files for it, and I need to, I'm really excited to show it to people, so I'm going to finish that. It's quite ambitious, which is why it's taken me so long to put it all together, and why I've become quite complacent with it, or why I became quite complacent with it, I should say. But I think it's reasonably entertaining. This is very dangerous now. We need to keep a very close eye out for marked rocks. Please drop a spirit heart. Okay, that's another tears up. It would be a real shame to lose this run because it's been very fun. Just have to be very careful. Very careful. As I say, we're not doomed. I'm not the worst Isaac player, but I'm not the best either. So, we are carrying Liberty Cab, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Which would explain why my speed is going up and down all the fucking time. Get rid of these as quickly as possible. Keep an eye out for marked rocks. Again, if we think it's a room that's a bit too difficult, we can always use Krampus's head. There's a couple of batteries on the floor, so it's not a massive killer if we have to use it. This room certainly isn't the room, though. Spirit hearts, please. Nor is this one. No marked rocks here. Spirit heart? Oh, that is the saving grace we needed. The saving grace we needed. Why not? Probably should save it to see if we... Oh, it was so worth it. That item has got to be one of the rarest in the game. I very, 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 very rarely get it. The devil is fantastic as well. Oh my god, what? You know what? We're just going to go straight for it. Okay, Conquest isn't that difficult. Bloody hellfire. Use the devil card, obviously. God, that was very... I don't know how I didn't get hit there. It's probably not better, as we can already fly. You know what? Oh, is it... Actually, no, it is worth it, because we get 3 spirit hearts from Sin-Up. 3. We'll take Krampus's head, because we can already fly, and the dash attack is useless. And I think we'll just go straight down to the next floor. There's no real benefit for us here. Also, Sin-Up is a damage upgrade as well. Not a bad floor, actually, considering we didn't get an item room or a shop. And we're doing... I did ask for a damage upgrade, and I'm glad that Stephen was it. It's not the most significant damage upgrade, but because it's so rare, I'm just happy to see it, to say that I've got it. The one item I've never gotten in Isaac, and that everybody else seems to get, not regularly, but regularly enough to make me feel very jealous. Oh, I nearly walked into that then. Is Death's Touch. I've never gotten Death's Touch, ever. Not as far as I can remember, anyway. This is totally worth it. We're going to have to do this. Oh! That was just unlucky. I should have known, though. I should have known the position of that bomb was probably going to... Tammy's head is fantastic. A parasite has appeared in the basement. One of my favourite items. All good chests, actually, which is worrying me. Might as well use Tammy's now. I think we probably stick with Tammy's head. I think it's more beneficial to us overall than Krampus's head probably is. And yeah, I think it just is. Just about. I mean, I can't, you know. It's a one-room charge, and you do good damage with it. It's a good crowd control item as well, so I don't know why we wouldn't take it. So we're going to. We're just going to fucking take it. Get rid of these guys as quickly as possible. Nice, easy room for us there. We've got the health where we don't have to, you know, we're going to start to take one whole heart of... That was stupid, you fucking runt. Worth it. We still haven't found a single guppy item. And I don't know, the game's just throwing chances here. We should have been dead long ago, but... probably should shoot the poos, but we've got enough money. Any marked rocks? None that immediately jump out at me. They are very hard to spot at this stage of the game, though. Again, easy room. Mom's Wig. Oh, Mom's Wig and fucking Temperance, not Temperance, Infamy, helping us out a lot here. Carry on through. See what this is. I don't think we've picked this up yet. Health up. Oh my goodness me. We've had such a good pill rotation. I think we've only had one bad one, and that was speed down, wasn't it? Range down, speed down, one of the two. Not going to risk it. Ooh, nope, not going to risk it either. I'm not going to lose 2 soul hearts for something that could... And that was worth it. That was very worth it, actually. Again, keep an eye out for marked rocks. Probably the secret room up there. We're going to check, because why not? I was wrong. That Looks so obviously like the secret room, but obviously something I'm missing. Spirit Hearts. Okay, 2 cards. Empress and the Devil. We'll take the Devil. Better of the two, I think. Just a raw damage upgrade is probably better. The left hand. You know what? I think it's probably worth taking. As far as I'm aware, that makes more red chest spawn. And as we're going to Sheol anyway, we may as well take it. No marked rocks in here either. I've probably missed loads. It lives. I probably should have saved that in case we needed to. I think we can pop the Devil as well. Hit tab by accident there. Stupid boy. Oh no, we're doing okay damage actually. We're doing very good damage actually for I mean, we have got the Devil actually, so it's not totally mine. We didn't get another deal with the Devil either. Wait. Didn't we pick up the Polaroid? The negative? Shouldn't we get the option to go down? Maybe because I got hit, it just ruined my deal with the Devil chance, so I couldn't go down? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm glad we started with a win here in 2016. A reasonable good run. Not the wildest combination of items I've ever had in the Binding of Isaac, but... Oh. I think this means... Oh, Jesus. I think this means we can do more now. It lives, your future past awaits, was that? I can't remember the exact unlocks for it, but I believe we can go to either the basement or Sheol now. Either way, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually hoping to do, not me, Dan and Owen specifically, but me and Ben are certainly going to come back with more podcasts, and we're going to try and do them on a reasonably regular basis, at least one a month. We're going to aim for at least one a month. Can't promise it. Don't know when the first one's going to go up. Maybe reasonably soon, within the next few weeks, hopefully, but again, I'm not going to promise anything. And yeah, I'll be back in a couple of days with another Isaac video. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, dislike, leave a comment, unsubscribe, subscribe, whatever you want to do in the comment section below. In the comment section below? Well, you can tell me if you're going to unsubscribe. I mean, that's fine too. Or if you're going to leave a dislike, yeah, you know, tell me at least why you're doing it, so I know what to maybe change in the future. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. Jesus Christ Almighty! This is what happens when you really want a Chinese. So I'm going to go eat Chinese. Bye.